who's the in the event? Let's just say worst case scenario, this thing gets stalled out. This is suspension or something like that of it. Let's just say that happens. Who's the beneficiary? Is it directly Meta? Is it
who's the beneficiary of what?
If TikTok is down, not TikTok is down for, I don't know, 2 weeks while they're trying to figure this thing out. Not saying it will be. Worst case scenario, doomsday, that it happens. Is it Meta? Is it X? Is it a Snapchat? Like
Google?
Is it Google? Who's the beneficiary in the event that worst case scenario happens?
Everybody's the beneficiary. All of the people that you just named. Those people. It's a phrase in the Urban Dictionary called "those people." If you study those people, you know,
you be feeling what I be talking. Hold on.
Every person in power.
Them? Are you speaking of them?
Yeah. Every person in power.
Or they?
Them, they. It's a
what pronoun?
Consortium. It's a consortium. So of course Google's going to benefit. Of course Meta's going to benefit. Of course X is going to benefit. Of course politicians that are invested in a variety of different companies are going to benefit. Everybody benefits.
Wait, you asked Nancy this when you saw her last week?
But this is what I'm saying. If all those people are going to benefit, they put the thumbs up on you.
Oh.
If all those people are going to benefit, imagine the lobbying to make sure that this actually could happen.
Yeah.
Of course.
Also, my argument 2 years ago, even with Meta and IG, make the product better so that there's not this threat there.
But you can't, also you can't strong arm China. So that's what I'm saying. They have a lot of influence, but China has just as much or more influence. So
and we need them now.
Yeah.
More than ever.
So you're not going to tell China, like, give us this company and that's it. So they're going to benefit all of those people, all of the people that we just named, all of the higher ups, all of the look, they call the Magnificent Seven for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's 7 companies that run the world. If you want to be real about it, it's like Game of Thrones. There's 7 kingdoms. So the people that's running the world and running the financial economy are going to benefit, but China is not going to lose in this situation. If they sell, they're going to sell for a huge amount of money. They're going to make a boatload of profit. If they don't sell, they're still going to keep control, or they're going to have some hybrid approach where they sell, make a bunch of money, and still keep some level of control as well. They'll make a compromise. It'll come through Congress that they can keep 50% of the company, but they have to sell the other 50%, and they have to promise not to keep data. They'll make some special compromise, and 6 months down the line, nobody even remember it.
What's stopping them from making a U.S. corporation and just selling it to themselves?
They could do that too. That's what I'm saying. That's the puppet master situation. I mean, I think it'll be difficult just to build a U.S. corporation out of nowhere and sell it for $100 billion. But I mean, they'll work closely with a major U.S. corporation and make sure all of these U.S. corporations do business in China. It's called, would you like to still do business with China or not? So if you would like to still do business in China, we need to figure out how we can make this entity work. And, we'll do some back paperwork and nobody will know about it. And then you can have your victory. You can say that you shut us down, whatever you want to say, just keep the money coming in. The money, you can't stop the money.
If Elon would have waited 2 years and got off that ketamine and coke, boy could have had a home run. Instead, he bought X. This like when somebody bought Rockers Records instead of signing the locks. Shout out to Steve Rifkin, whoever, but hell of a missed opportunity, man. Like even with the Bruno Mars thing, there's lessons in there we can talk about later, but I think selection of what assets to buy will make or break your career. Now, of course, Elon's going to be fine in aggregate. TikTok is going to be fine, but I think this asset is too important. And like you said, like for the ecosystem of Apple and Google, you think they're going to, they kick Fortnite off the platform. You think they're going to let TikTok go? Like Apple will tell you the VPN to download to then be able to use TikTok in China.
Yeah, there's a great article on CNN Business about ByteDance, and if TikTok or ByteDance is even a Chinese company, if you look at the ownership of who owns ByteDance.
Oh yeah. The diversity play.
Yeah, the diversity play. We got equity holders throughout the world.
Vanguard being one, right?
20% that are in the United States. So
you think Vanguard gonna let them just ban the biggest media, like going into an election too?
Well, that's where the headline is pointing, right? That's what I'm saying. So if you're giving them a deadline, if you're putting like these almost impossible barriers, you have to sell it within. I mean, the size of the sale would be too large to complete that transaction in 180 days.
Same.
and like what you led with is important, right? Like this is the issue that is bipartisan. This is it. This is the one.
You got a homelessness crisis. You got
This is
the
the one.
immigrant crisis in New York. You got the border issue. Like,
The thing-
what?
You think you go through TSA and they scan your eyeball and they have your fingerprint. You don't at this point in time a privacy issue or
Facts.
Yeah.
what?
But
I got to and do the Illuminati
did
thing
Touch
every
your
week.
eyeball.
But
They
we-
literally have your eyeball.
But we
For
did
real.
state the case of propaganda and how what's being shown to our population of youth and what's being shown to other populations of youth on the app are different. So we did make a case for that, and that could be concerned.
Yeah, well, there's methamphetamine that's in America that's getting promoted to the youth. That's not if you go to
Absolutely.
I'm just saying the case we made.
And Tusi going crazy in Miami. Like, what are we
Nah,
talking about?
everything is promoted to everything is available in America. America's
listen.
for sale. So of course everything is gonna be promoted. You got cocaine
No,
at
fuck cocaine.
tremendous amounts.
This fentanyl is.
Yeah, the Fenty, all
Fenty
of
is
that.
crazy.
So what I'm
I
saying
saved
is that,
somebody's life this weekend.
what I'm saying is
Did
that,
you?
True story.
Wow.
of
Yeah.
course, America has an insatiable appetite for destruction. And that's something that whether it's fast food, alcohol, nonsense on social media, fentanyl. I mean,
Mhm.
at some point in time, they're providing the platform for us, but we're consuming it.
And on top of that, let's be very honest. This is part of my argument with Meta versus TikTok 2 years ago. Meta isn't innovating as quickly as TikTok. Like, think about this. I'm still able to monetize on Meta, and y'all not, and I wasn't an advocate for 2 years. What kind of fucking sense does that make?
Facts.
I was going to open outcry to not support them, and I'm able to monetize. And TikTok Shop is booming. Like, there'll probably be maybe 30 or 40,000 displaced people if TikTok goes away. Also, a lesson for content creators: learn to diversify. Now, they may not deliver like how Math Hoffa delivered. You fired out of nowhere. But at some point, the content creators are going to change the model and figure out a way not to pay. Risa Tisa went through it. Even when you said on Blackout, like, we haven't been able to monetize. I'm like, how? And we know people there. What? But that money from those views and those clicks and those likes and shares are still going to that company. Come on, man. Like, but I think American companies need to innovate more, and we are losing our luster. Like, the exceptionalism isn't there anymore. Even amongst media, like, you want to block people from learning the truth. Well, if you deliver the truth on CBS Now, Today, or whatever show, like, more people will tune in. People can know a lie. They feel the lies being delivered to them on a daily basis. McDonald's going through a crisis because no one wants to, like, for a family of four, the average price for a McDonald's meal is like $64 now. What? We have a lot more important things to focus on than
Subway sandwich, $18
So,
with chips.
what?
$5. That's the $5
Yeah, for
inflation, bro.
$18 for the
A lot
tuna,
changed since they locked Jared up.
for the tuna melt.
So that Jared joint is crazy. Jared, what?
Man, you right in hell.
Nah,
my
he
boy.
went too far. He went way too far.
Hit the like button and shit. So this is what they should have just let Elon Musk have his monopoly in peace.
You think so?
We all could have benefited. Because you can't stop it. Like I said, they're gonna sell it. If somebody buys this company, it's gonna be one of these people that own the world anyway. It's gonna be Microsoft,
Bezos
it's gonna
or
be
yeah.
Apple. It's gonna be one of these, a dark
If
horse.
Apple gets TikTok. Oh my God.
So why not just have the person that's cornered the market in social media and just let him be the Rockefeller of our generation? At least I could have made some money off of it on the stock side.
But should one man have all that power?
They're gonna have all that power regardless.
Regardless,
Pick one.
right?
Pick one. It's going to be Bezos. It's going to be Musk. It's going to be Zuckerberg, or it's going to be Cook.
Cook.
Which
Yeah.
one? Which one you want? Which one you want? Somebody's gonna have it.
Gates.
Technology
Somebody's gonna
lord.
have it.
Somebody gonna have it. Yeah.
Even if they do a dark horse, sell it to IBM. Okay, well, I mean, they still it's like no matter who you sell it to, the rich get richer.
Yep.
And the people this doesn't help. No, this doesn't help the average American citizen. That's my whole point. Before we move on to the next, all of these this is just political grandstanding, acting like they're helping the Americans. How are you helping the Americans?
Care.
Nobody's gonna benefit from this at all, except for people that are already multi-billionaires that are the heads of companies that are already ruling everything currently. That's the only people that's gonna benefit.
Does this hurts a political campaign, especially if you're looking for a younger demographic? That's who's on there, man. You been that, you're in trouble.
And the first, like, okay, this is the equivalent of like us focusing on how, like, what laundry detergent to use, and your light's about to get cut off. Like, people are starved. Like, what? This is the wrong fucking thing to focus on. Nobody cares.
We agree.
Nobody cares.